Good morning. Thank you for joining me this morning. Just an opportunity to be, however that is right now. And perhaps this morning we can drop straight into our practice. We'll be bringing attention to different parts of the body. So you might choose to lie down or to sit or to stand. Seeing if you can allow awareness to just be here immediately. Even as you take up your posture. Beginning with awareness. The vast, boundaryless, centerless expanse of awareness. And just gradually turning towards the body. The body as its own galaxy within the universe of awareness. Different stars and solar systems within the body. The feet and the hands, the head, the face, the torso, front and back. A whole constellation. Aware of the points of contact. Really feeling them as best you can. Even if it's a regular part of the practice. How is it now? And aware also of the parts of the body that aren't in contact, at least in a way that we can feel. And tuning into the sensation of the breath too. Just watching the breath. Coming in and going out like waves on the shore. No two waves exactly the same, and yet each wave part of the ocean, not separate from it. It's just allowing the breath to take center stage. Knowing that you have choices if this is uncomfortable for you, you can allow a different sensation to feature in this way. But in either case, just allowing the mind to rest in one place with the broad expanse of awareness in the background. And as you next breathe out, moving the awareness down into the feet. And from the soles of the feet, in your own time, allowing the awareness to move up the legs. No hurry. Feeling into each part of the body as you pass through it with your attention. Perhaps breathing into and out from, just gradually making your way up the legs, the lower legs, the knees. When you reach the hips, holding the whole of the lower half of the body in awareness, just for a few moments. You may notice some thoughts about how quickly or slowly this should be happening. And you can just notice that should in the mind, that sense of right and wrong, and smile at it. There's no right and wrong in this practice. Just moving up the legs in your own time, and aware of the whole of the lower half of the body when you've finished. And wherever you're up to, moving now to that broader awareness from the soles of the feet to the hips, both legs held in awareness. If you like, as you breathe in, imagining the breath traveling down into the legs, revitalizing. And as you breathe out, breathing out from here, a sense of softening perhaps as you do. And on the next out breath, letting go of the legs and moving attention into the hands. Sense of temperature, contact, maybe of tingling or pulsating. Just noticing whatever is here to notice. Nothing more or less. From the fingertips to the wrists, the whole field of the hands, left and right. And now moving up the arms with the interest. So into the wrists, both wrists together. And then the forearms, the elbows, the hard outside and the soft inside. And into the upper arms, flesh and bone. The armpits, shoulders. Perhaps checking in with your posture, allowing the shoulders to be upright but also relaxed. If the mind has wandered away, just noticing where it's gone, a thought or an emotion or a sensation elsewhere in the body, and gently turning back towards the shoulders now. If there's no sensation here, then just registering a blank. And then as you breathe out, letting go of the shoulders, and beginning to move the interest down the front of the body, collarbones and the space between the collarbones. A sense maybe of opening in the chest as you breathe in, an expansion, and then a falling as you breathe out. Just allowing yourself to fall as you breathe out. The rib cage, the lungs and the heart that are protected by the rib cage. Resting attention with the lungs for a moment, if that works for you. You might even like to put a hand on your chest if that supports. as best you can, tuning into the sensations available here as the breath breathes itself. And then moving to the heart. There may be sensation, pulsation radiating out. There may be nothing at all. Knowing that you always have choices. If for any reason this is difficult, you might return to the breath or the hands or the feet. If not, just asking yourself, how is the heart right now? And letting the body answer. No need to provide any words, although they may crop up. And with the next out breath, letting go of the heart, moving down into the lower abdomen, the many organs, the stretching and relaxing, like a balloon inflating and deflating with each inspiration and expiration. Allowing the mind to sink into the body, which doesn't require getting rid of any thinking or anything else, but just an opening to the direct sensations of the lower abdomen, right here, right now. Just a slight shifting of the spotlight of attention to the felt experience of the body. Moving the interest down into the pelvis, the bony cradle of the organs above, the hips on each side, and round to the lower back, sacrum, an area of the body that sometimes carries tension. You might imagine breathing into this lower back and out from here. And then traveling up the back with your awareness, the spine and the regions on either side, muscle and nerve and skin. Observing what's here and allowing it to be just as it is. Nothing to change right now. Just bathing in awareness that respects and honors whatever is already here. So moving up the lower back, the middle back, the areas of the shoulder blades and the space between them. Exploring with curiosity and kindness, and working with the breath as much as suits you. As you come up to the shoulders, and then holding the whole of the torso, front and back, surface and inside, in a wide awareness, a wide and caring awareness. A wide and caring and accepting awareness. Allowing the legs and arms, face and neck and head to be in the background, as well as the space around you and thoughts and feelings too. Just letting the torso, the center of the body, take center stage in the attention too. As you surf the waves of the breath. The torso rising and falling each time. Today's poem is called The Cookie Thief by Valerie Fox. A woman was waiting at an airport one night, with several long hours before her flight. She hunted for a book in the airport shop, bought a bag of cookies and found a place to drop. She was engrossed in her book but happened to see that the man sitting beside her, as bold as could be, grabbed a cookie or two from the bag in between, which she tried to ignore to avoid a scene. So she munched the cookies and watched the clock as the gutsy cookie thief diminished her stock. She was getting more irritated as the minutes ticked by, thinking, if I wasn't so nice, I would blacken his eye. With each, when only one was left, she wondered what he would do. With a smile on his face and a nervous laugh, he took the last cookie and broke it in half. He offered her half as he ate the other. She snatched it from him and thought, ooh, brother, this guy has some nerve and he's also rude. Why, he didn't even show any gratitude. She had never known when she had been so galled, and sighed with relief when her flight was called. She gathered her belongings and headed to the gate, refusing to look back at the thieving ingrate. She boarded the plane and sank in her seat. Then she sought her book, which was almost complete. As she reached in her baggage, she gasped with surprise. There was her bag of cookies in front of her eyes. If mine are here, she moaned in despair, the others were his and he tried to share. Too late to apologize, she realized with grief that she was the rude one, the ingrate, the thief. Thank you for being here this morning. I wish you a good day, and I'll be back at the same time tomorrow for some mindful movement. Thank you and take care.